Alabama Crimson Tide now sits at number 14 in the AP poll, up from the 19th spot after the win over Wisconsin. The Tide beat the Badgers 38-14. And Luke Robinson, co-host of the podcast Locked on Bama, joins us this morning. Good to see you, Luke.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So what did the game tell you about the Tide's recovery from that initial loss to Florida State? Doing much better now. What did you see?
Well, I think we're looking a lot more like the team we saw against Louisiana Monroe than the team we saw against Florida State, which is a huge win because the team against Florida State just came out there pretty lethargically, as we all know. And then the ULM game, Alabama played about to perfection, but you know that's not sustainable throughout the year. So it was good to see Ty Simpson still be on target, Jeremy Bernard still being a leader at wide receiver. It was great to see Hollywood come out there and play fantastic as he did, and Ryan Williams, and make some huge highlight plays. In the defense, while Wisconsin got their 14 points, 7 of them came on a kickoff that was kicked off 15 yards further back than normal because of a celebration penalty, or actually because of a penalty on the sidelines. And then the other one came very, very late. So I think the defense is still doing a fantastic job.
You know, there were some fans who are ready for a new coach after that first game. Now that we're weeks in, this silenced some of those rumblings, do you think?
I think that's the way it's going to be forever now. Whenever a coach loses a game, everybody's going to be like, we got to get this bum out of here. And then whenever he wins a game, they think we can win it every game going forward. And that's just the nature of sports. It was that way in the NFL for the longest time. And I think it's dripped down into the college circuit. And look, Kalen DeBoer he's going to face some obstacles. I mean, when you come to Alabama after the greatest coach of all time, it's going to be difficult, but I think he's the kind of guy that's going to be able to weather the storm. Yes, Florida State was very ugly, but this team, if you were there Saturday or if you watched them on TV, you know this team is much different than that team.
So Bama has a bye week this week, no game Saturday. Then conference play begins, and they hit the road and go to Georgia. What are your thoughts on that? What does this team need to work on to perform well on the road there?
Running game. That was still a big-time concern. Now, Jam Miller may be back from his injury, but I thought it was very telling that on the first touchdown for Alabama, they wanted to run the ball 4th and 2 or 4th and goal, something like that on the second drive, I should say. And they needed to get a touchdown. They wanted to go for it. And what do? They run a sweep to Jeremy Bernard. They don't hand it to a running back. I think that's very telling. But that being said, the passing game is clicking on all cylinders right now, so it sort of offsets it. But when you go play in the SEC, you better be able to run the ball.
Yeah, watching the end of that Georgia-Tennessee game was fascinating to watch, and Georgia comes out on top. Now, Alabama, I believe I'm right on this, they're ranked 1 above Tennessee, so it's a winnable game for them. It's a winnable game for Alabama.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. Look, the one thing that normally makes Georgia so scary, and Alabama for that matter, is that they've got a strong running game. They've got a great defense. And I think Georgia's defense is still one of the tops in the country, but I don't think it's as good as some of the Georgia defenses we've seen in the past. And the same with their running game. I don't know about how many first, second round NFL guys they have on that roster, but you can say the same thing about Alabama.
Well, Luke Robinson, always good to talk with you, co-host of Locked on Bama podcast. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
You too. As we head to break, we'll take a live look.